Make una ready for eventual exit from Nigeria. Ohanaeze Youth Council New Year message to Southeast. For their New Year talk, Ohanaeze Youth Council don't tell Southeast people, say make them begin prepare for the day where them go waka comot from Nigeria. Then talk say it no be only about separation, but about readiness to build strong institutions, support local business, and unite as one people. OYC yarn say from 2026 go forward, na serious time we go determine the future of the region. Then one say Southeast no suppose they catch unawares. Plenty youths for the East they believe say time don't reach to plan better road we go give them dignity, prosperity, and control over their destiny. For the first time, Ohanaeze Igbo has spoken the truth without fear or favor. The Ohanaeze Youth Council, OYC, has urged the Igbos in Nigeria's southeast region to begin preparations for an eventual exit from Nigeria, citing decades of marginalization, unresolved post-Civil War injustices, insecurity, and what it termed the failure of the Nigerian state. The call was contained in a New Year message issued on January 1, 2026 by the National President of the Ohanaeze Youth Council, Igboayaka Igboayaka. Igboayaka said the new year should mark a turning point for the Igbo people, stressing that truth must be spoken plainly and without fear. As we enter a new year, truth must be spoken plainly and without fear, Igboayaka said, adding that Ndigbo have prolonged their suffering in Nigeria like the Jews in Egypt. He urged Igbo people to stop dying in Nigeria and begin preparing mentally, politically, economically, and diplomatically for departure from what he described as a hostile system. Igboayaka traced what he described as the marginalization of Ndigbo to the aftermath of the 1967 to 1970 Civil War, alleging that the Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Reconciliation Program amounted to continued punishment of the Igbo people. He claimed that the post-war period was marked by economic dispossession, including the policy of returning £20 to Igbo citizens irrespective of the amount held in their bank accounts before the war. According to him, the Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Reconciliation Program, the 3 Rs, was never implemented in any part of Igbo land or Biafra territory. The OYC president said the resurgence of pro-Biafra movements from the Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, MASOB, to the Indigenous Peoples of Biafra, IPOB, was a direct consequence of unresolved injustices against Ndigbo. He said it did not arise out of hatred or rebellion for its own sake, but from decades of exclusion, broken promises, and denial of dignity. He also condemned the arrest and continued detention of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and described it as an extraordinary rendition and a violation of international law. Igboayaka called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grant Kanu unconditional release, saying it would help redeem Nigeria's image before the international community. Igboayaka further described Nigeria as a state overwhelmed by corruption and economic decay, alleging large-scale looting by political elites and arguing that the country had lost the moral authority to preach unity and patriotism. According to him, Ndigbo face political marginalization, economic targeting, and routine profiling across the country, leaving no clear hope or future for an Igbo man within the Nigerian political system. Calling on Igbo youths to arise with purpose and clarity, the OYC leader said the council would intensify political mobilization ahead of the 2027 general elections in the southeast. We must retire all political saboteurs and oppressors in Igbo land in 2027, he said, adding that elected representatives should support calls for a referendum or plebiscite as a democratic right of the people. Igboayaka announced that the Ohanaeze Youth Council would lead a major campaign for a referendum or plebiscite on self-determination throughout 2026, insisting that the right of a people to freely determine their political future is guaranteed under international law. He rejected what he described as Nigeria's forced and involuntary unity, arguing that the 1914 amalgamation no longer meets the needs of peaceful coexistence. Unity without justice is oppression, and unity without consent is occupation. Describing Nigeria as a failed state plagued by widespread killings, he called on traditional rulers, town union presidents, and community youth leaders in Igbo land to collaborate in forming vigilante groups to protect lives and property. The OYC president warned against the use of force against campaigners advocating a referendum, saying any form of brutality would be resisted and cautioning that a repeat of the violence of the Civil War era must be avoided. This new year must mark a decisive shift, he said, adding that history would remember those who spoke when silence was convenient and those who acted when fear was fashionable.